Welcome back to Relapse Prevention. In part 4, we'll begin the main work of leaving behind. It's time to get very clear on the old ways, behaviors, and patterns of addiction that must be left behind because they no longer serve who you are or who you will become. When you leave something behind, it's not by running away, hiding, avoiding, or burying it and hoping it'll disappear. To grow up, move on, or change, you must look at the aspects that are holding you back. And this can be very difficult. Some things that must be left behind may have been major parts of your life or your identity at some point, and it can be hard to let go. The exercises from this section are designed to be highly focused and very specific to know exactly what is being left behind, the reason why, and how you'll do it. This helps to have clarity about whether you leave behind parts of a thing while keeping other parts, or leave behind the thing entirely. There's 3 exercises in leaving behind: people, places, and things. Each exercise can be completed with the same leaving behind worksheet at the end of your workbook. You can just print as many copies as you need. In the final chart of this program, there is space to list 4 people, 4 places, and 4 things, but starting with one of each is completely fine. You can always do more and add as necessary. The terms in the worksheet are defined as follows. The name is the person, place, or thing, or the problematic aspect of these that must be left behind. For example, mom's negativity. The reason why, this is the primary reason why that person, place, or thing is a source of difficulty or pain. Example about mom's negativity is every time we speak, we disagree, argue, and fight, and this is a constant source of stress. The state or feeling, these are the ways that you feel when you're experiencing the difficulty or pain of that person, place, or thing. Example of experiencing mom's negativity is frustration, rage, inadequacy, hurt. And the thoughts that run, these are the words and thoughts that run in your mind to describe or explain those states, feelings, and experiences with that person, place, or thing. The example for experiencing mom's negativity, it would be, nothing I do is ever right or good enough. She's so hateful and negative. And the nullifier, these are the set of words or thoughts that you can activate, which allow you to let go, move past, or cancel out the uncomfortable states from experiencing that person, place, or thing. Example from experiencing mom's negativity. When you're feeling frustrated, enraged, inadequate, or hurt from arguing and fighting with her, you say to yourself, she actually knows very little about me and about life in general. She's afraid of everything and highly insecure. Her behavior is a reflection of her fear and is not about me at all. There's more examples in the workbook to help you understand how to nullify. Feel free to pause the video and go through them, and we'll do another example in just a minute here. Each answer that you find is important. In the final exercise of this program, you'll list every answer into a relapse prevention chart. And the columns of this chart are organized in a specific way to highlight the particular importance of each answer. The state or feeling, these are your triggers. These are the actual reasons that are causing you to relapse. These are the most serious issues in your life that need resolving. They're not tied specifically to any person, place, or thing and can appear in your life in more than one way. The nullifier, this is how you face your triggers and deal with them. The thoughts that run, this is your addict voice. For virtually any single thing that addict voice says, the next thing could easily be, screw it, I'm getting high. Learning how to hear addict voice when it's running through your head is an extremely useful way of recognizing that you're struggling with pain of some kind. The reason why, these are your explanations for why your triggers are causing you problems and contain within them a hint of the solution for resolving them. If something is bringing pain into your life, you need to find a way to address, learn from, and release that pain. And the name, these are the most obvious ways that your triggers are appearing in your life, and therefore the easiest way to practice nullifying them. The more practice that you have, the better you get, and the easier it becomes to nullify the same trigger when it appears in a different way. Here's another example to see how it all fits together. The name of a thing to leave behind could be social media. Now, this is not the actual trigger, but it's how the trigger is appearing in your life. The reason why social media is being left behind, or the source of difficulty, is the feelings of inadequacy or frustration that overwhelm you and wreck your attitude when you see endless pictures and posts of how great everyone else's life is. The states or feelings from experiencing social media could be depressed, anxious, sad, frustrated, inadequate, inferior, unworthy. These are the actual triggers that would make you want to use something to mood alter, and these are the core reasons for using that are driving your addiction. The thoughts that run might go something like, what am I doing wrong in life? How does everyone else afford vacations and vehicles and new houses and new clothes and find time to exercise? Why are so many other people better off than me? This is addict voice absolutely bombarding you with fear so that you can use. The nullifier is a set of words or thoughts that you can make right now so that you can face feelings of being depressed, anxious, sad, frustrated, inadequate, inferior, or unworthy the next time they happen, in whatever form they appear as. An example of a nullifier in this case would be, I see people in the world enjoying success and I hope it brings them happiness. I remember that I may not see the whole picture of their life because most people keep hidden any problems with emotional, mental, or spiritual health. I can look at my own life in the ways that I'm building my own physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health every day towards measures of health and wealth that matter to me. And I can be proud of myself and at peace. And I can choose that right now. From this work, maybe you block some people on social media or unfollow or unfriend. Maybe you delete apps or profiles completely. The important thing to know about doing this type of work is when you understand how to nullify a trigger of feeling inadequate when it pops up from using social media, you'll understand how to nullify the same trigger when it pops up from another direction. Now is the time for getting crystal clear on everything that is either holding you back or tripping you up in life. Today is when you do the work, so that tomorrow you're not standing around and wondering where you're at or what's bugging you. A final point for leaving behind is that if you can find opportunity with these exercises to build your skill in making apologies for hurting others or in forgiving others that have hurt you, we encourage you to do this by starting small and building. If you can apologize for every harm you caused and forgive every harm done against you, there will literally be nothing from your past that holds you back. Remember to follow the communication cues and share your work along the way with people that you trust. Remember that the process of becoming is just as important as who you will eventually become. This concludes part 4 of Leaving Behind, and we continue relapse prevention in part 5 with Moving Toward.